Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one, I actually wanted to go ahead and just give you guys a full 45-minute long call with a student of mine, Sebastien. And it's a very valuable phone call. He's he's experienced in the world of dropshipping. He sort of knows how to get it done, but as you can see in this call, he's having a hard time getting his revenue actually up. So he's learned a lot and he's understands a lot, and this is where a lot of people find themselves, is they understand like the core elements behind dropshipping and like what gurus will teach you and sort of what people like myself give you to work with for free. But the thing is they sort of bottleneck at their ability to not only execute but their ability to see how those strategies apply to them. So with Sebastian's store and with his even with his mindset, I sort of planted some seeds that sort of shift the way he thinks about things, hopefully, and help him really start to build something huge. So if you're interested in watching the whole call, I definitely recommend watching this video in chunks because it's a pretty long one, and I want to make sure that you guys get every single piece of value that's in here. As well, if you'd like to schedule a call with me, the link is in the description and you can have access to this one-on-one whenever you want it. So excited to get on the phone with you guys as well. Enjoy the video. So I'll see you in the next one. I just do this with all the calls. All right. Sweet. So go ahead and let me know, sort of in your own words, because I skimmed the thing. But let me know in your own words exactly where you're at.
So I'm just gonna tell you my complete story of my dropshipping career for a second.
Sweet, man. Okay.
So yeah, I started about 5 months ago. I think I stumbled upon Mike Vestal's video on how he became a millionaire in 12 months or something, and I was like, sounds interesting. He does dropshipping, and I was like, okay, I gotta try this. And yeah, I watched a couple of YouTube videos, how to start, that kind of stuff. And then later on, I started. I built a Shopify store, and it was in the electronics niche, if you could call it a niche. I don't know. It was kind of broad, and I just threw in all the stuff that had to do with electronics. And yeah, the store looked kind of okay, I guess. It looked kind of decent, but yeah, I was horrible at marketing. I didn't know shit, nothing.
Right.
And yeah, I spent tons of money on influencers that only got me views on my website, but no sales at all. And I was like, shit, man. And yeah, so I just completely wanted to end it. After a couple of months of more influencers, I was pissed at it, and I just wanted to move on. I don't know if that was the right decision, but I don't know, I had some kind of feeling that I just had to move on,
Yeah, I understand. Totally.
Yeah. And then about 3 weeks ago, I just hit up on I hit up a guy on Instagram named Live Like Tough or something. And he apparently he made $1.1 million in a couple of months. And I asked him for advice and everything, and he told me that he did all that money from men's accessories. So I was like, sounds interesting. So I basically did my store around that niche, so men's accessories. So
awesome.
Actually, you could check out my site if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to. Go ahead and pop it in the chat so I can look at it while we're talking.
Oh, we have a chat. All right.
I'll check that out while we discuss what's going on.
Oh shit! Holy shit!
You're good. No worries, man.
What is it? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Yeah?
Awesome.
Wait a second. I'm not sure if you hear me through my laptop microphone or through my
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds the same as it did before. You just changed whatever you changed.
All right, so
Yeah,
whatever.
so it's totally fine. I'm cool with the audio quality as it is.
Yeah, you got my message?
Yep, storekings.com. I'm opening it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So initially, I was like, I'm not sure if I would do a general store or like a men's niche store. So I picked
right.
out a name where I could like potentially switch over to the other one.
Yep,
So
yep. I
yeah,
like it.
I didn't, I don't know, like pretty weird decision, but
No, I
yeah,
like it. It's very strategic. Very, very smart.
yeah. So I picked out that name, and yeah, I built
Awesome.
a Shopify store,
Awesome.
and I bought the Parallax theme, which looks super clean.
Looks good. So I mean, it looks like you have a good site and it looks like you have some decent understanding of drop shipping. And I'd like to know, what it is that made you want to take the time to hop on this phone call and how it is you would like me to help you.
I'm kind of stuck where I should move on from now on. Like I have my my store set up and everything, and I don't know. Like go on to the specials catalog category or collection, whatever.
Okay.
I realized that okay, 4th of July is coming up. I should hop on this trend.
I like it.
So um, yeah, I don't know if this is like ethically correct, but in a drop shipping group, some kind of Chinese guy was selling courses for super cheap,
Hmm.
and I got like Alex Becker's HCOM 2020
Right.
course for like for like $20.
Nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of read through it and watched all of the videos, and yeah, he said that you can drop ship through Etsy with an app called like I don't know what it's called, but I just downloaded it. It's $7 per month,
Right.
and what it allows you to do is you can drop ship from Etsy.
Right.
You know that,
Yeah.
and yeah, because the advantage of drop shipping through Etsy is there's less shipping time, so
Mm.
which resolved the problem, actually one of the biggest problems in AliExpress dropshipping. So
Right.
um,
Right. Hmm.
yeah, I found these 4th of July American style sunglasses, and I just threw them onto my store.
Awesome, dude. That's a
So
good
yeah,
call. I like it. All right. So when you say you're wanting to move forward, define where you are now.
um, it's hard to describe because there's
Okay.
like this salad of like multiple things. I
Hmm.
know. All right, where I'm now.
Let me
I
ask you
got
this:
my
Where are
store.
you? A very simple question. Where are you right now in terms of monthly revenue? Zero.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yep.
So moving forward is essentially starting to get sales for you right now.
Of course.
Right. Okay. And what methods have you attempted so far?
Um, well, in my previous store, I used Instagram influencers,
Hmm.
and I kind of tried to use Facebook ads like $5 a day, but that didn't help me as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just want to solidify my intelligence on marketing
Gotcha.
strategies.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll start with this. A big thing that I feel is a block for you right now is the men's fashion niche is it's such a red ocean. Do you know what that means? Red ocean,
Oversaturated.
oversaturated. And so it's
Yeah.
oversaturated and there's a lot of people in the niche. And so in order to have a presence in the niche, you need to either have a large marketing budget or be sort of spawned off of another brand or a personal brand of some kind, right? So a good move for you right now would be to start to think like a larger brand and saying, okay, who can I partner with? So if you really want to sell men's fashion, people who typically sell in men's fashion and do well with it are people with large marketing budgets because this is
Yeah.
a niche that you're talking about. So you can sell tiny little nitpick things here and there, like little rings and glasses and whatever, through shout outs and etc. But if you really want to take this seriously, you need to partner with some people who already have an audience in these niches, right? Some people like go to Instagram. You have a site that looks legitimate enough where you can have, by the way, double your prices as they are, as long as you partner with the right influencers. And when I say influencers, I don't mean theme pages. I mean actual people, fashion stars on Instagram. You know, send them some of your products, have them review them, and send people to your brand, because you have a very, very solid. You have one of the nicest brands that I've seen of all the people that I've got on a call with. Store Kings is one of the tightest brands that I've worked with. It's a very sharp, very aesthetically appealing, and you have sort of colors going, so you've got the whole thing. What you need is the same. You have brand on a high level, but you don't have presence on the same level. Presence needs to be worked, you know?
Yeah.
So when I tell you, let me hear where you're at in this. When I say build presence, what's the first instinctual reaction that you have that, like, okay, this is how I build presence? What's your answer there?
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
Sorry, just took a note. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. I said, you know, when I say build brand presence, people think of different things. I'd like to know what you think of in terms of what you can do to build brand presence and what that looks like for you.
Well, in today's world, like Instagram influencers, this method of marketing is like super effective if you do it right. Not to like, I don't know, meme pages or something where there are just like random 12-year-old kids that don't give a fuck about your brand, you know. So yeah, to build brand presence, I don't know, I'd really just rely on Instagram influencers. I don't have like other idea how to do it, you know?
And the thing with Instagram influencers that I am concerned about, so there's sort of two mindsets in because you have products that you can sell right now. Somebody come on your site and bought something, it would ship, correct? Like it's proper. So you have a brand, you have a store. So there's two mindsets that we can look at this with. We can look at sort of immediate result marketing, which is, you know, essentially we put money in and within a day or two, it comes back to us, which is like Instagram influencers, just like Facebook ads, etc. And then there's awareness and long-term marketing. And so essentially your brand is set up to be a very long-term awareness marketed style thing. You know, Store Kings, it's a very aesthetically appealing. And I think if you put money down now and just having presence, you could see the ROI on that 5-6 months from now, right? Not immediately, a little bit immediately, but as it builds. So there's a brand that I work with, and you can look them up if you like. Their name is Dynasty Toys on Facebook. And they're
yeah, true. I bought your like $10 organic marketing strategy.
I saw you roll through that. Yep.
Yeah, and you also like post a link of that Dynasty Toys or something like that. How is it called?
Dynasty, DYNASTY, Dynasty Toys.
All right.
So look them up, and essentially what you can learn from them is they run very few ads that are conversion ads. So most of their ads are presence ads, and then conversion is just on the back end. So for you, your brand it's tight. It's like really appealing. You could destroy it very quickly by running ads that say 50% off, buy now, you know, like half, you know, like all this crap. What you want to do, you want to go to these people on Instagram, like look up best men's fashion stars on Instagram. You'll get like a BuzzFeed list of 50 or whatever. Email each and every single one of them individually. Ask, hey, how much would it cost for me to partner with you for a month? And then that 1 month, maybe it's $500 to partner with them for a month. That $500 will turn into thousands in the future because it's not a direct return on investment. It's a long-term marketing plan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Because
does that make sense?
Like so many Shopify gurus, they just talk about using scarcity, 50% off and stuff like that, but they never
the thing is, there's a glass ceiling to that. There's a glass ceiling to that because you're only appealing to the type of people who impulse buy. You want to create a brand presence. You want followers. You want fans. You know, you want to have a brand. You know, and you can make a bunch of money with scarcity and all that. But the thing is, I want to create a machine for you that works on social standards, right? I don't want to create a machine that works on Facebook ads. I want to create a machine where if you stop running ads at all, you're still getting sales because people know about you. You know. So Dynasty Toys, they've poured, I think, $6 million into their Facebook campaigns. And it's primarily awareness, right? It's viral videos. It's awareness marketing. And I think only 1/10 of their ads are actually conversion focused, right? And they don't even drive any of the sales. All the sales are just people that know about the brand, you know, because they make videos that appeal to parents around Christmas time. And it's a great Christmas gift, right? And so Q4 is insane for them. And then that rolls out the rest of the year, you know? And so for you, I would think the absolute best move is for you to start thinking like a big brand. Like stop thinking about this tiny, low level, scarcity mindset crap, because it's going to only make you a couple $100 a month. If you want to run a legitimate brand and you want to be like Mike Vestel and all these other people, like the reason that they make the money that they do isn't because they know how to word their captions. It's because they know how to have presence. And presence is sort of the key for you, I think. And I'm going to write that. I think that would be a key word for you to take a note on, is presence. Be a good word. Presence.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right.
Wow, that's an amazing tip, man.
Yeah.
Today I ordered a couple of my products on Amazon. I found a couple of my products on Amazon
Awesome.
to shoot a professional video,
Awesome.
because I know a guy. His dad owns a Rolls Royce and a nice Mercedes, and that's like super cool to like show off the bracelet or something like that.
I like it.
With like a Rolls Royce or something in the background, because
Yep.
if they see that bracelet and that Rolls Royce in the background, they associate my product with like something really valuable.
Yep.
So
And hey, too, just a quick thing. If you want to send me some of the products too, me and my buddy are going to be renting an Audi R8 this week and taking some pictures for brands. So if you want to do that, we could do that too.
Nice, man.
Yeah, no worries. But okay, yeah. So I think presence is the key for you right now, because of all the things that you have, you're dropshipping from Etsy primarily. Is that what you told me?
No. I only have 3 products at the moment that are dropshipped
Okay.
on Etsy.
Which products are they? Can I see them?
Yeah, at Specials, these American sunglasses.
Okay.
Then in the chains collection, that Jesus chain and that gold bar chain.
Okay, gold bar chain and Jesus chain. Gotcha. All right, and so what's the profit margins on those? Let's say, for example, the profit margin on the Jesus chain, just so I can get a good idea of how the Etsy dropshipping.
What is priced at?
It's $45 on your store.
Oh, wait a second. I think I have like $25 profit margin.
Sweet. That's awesome. That's killer. That's really killer. Yeah, and the cool thing too about doing these long-term partnerships with influencers is that, on a very technical side of things, if you do have a pixel installed, if you want to start running ads, you kind of do it after you already have that presence on Instagram. Then, your pixel knows what to look for. So a lot of people, they start with a pixel. The issue with that is that typically the people who buy on Facebook are primarily cold leads. You know what that means, right? Like cold versus warm leads.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, cold leads on Facebook, they convert if you convince them on the spot. And one of the biggest things in their head is price, So you become a very low margin. It's a very bulky business model to run, running Facebook ads for products, unless you have a very seasoned pixel, there's a lot of overhead. And so that's what a lot of gurus are teaching, because it's easy for the beginner. But what I like to do on these coaching calls is show you like the 7-8 figure brands that I work with as well. What I've seen work. If you want to look up another example of this exact method I'm talking to you about now, is Death Wish Coffee. Are you familiar with Death Wish Coffee?
No, but it sounds pretty hardcore.
It's pretty hardcore. Essentially, they claim to be the strongest coffee on the planet. That's like their brand, And so what they did is they reached out to, I think, 150 coffee bloggers, and they didn't even pay them. They just sent them a basket of their coffee, and they
just randomly,
like, hey, love your blog, here's some coffee for free. And then out of that 150, about 20 talked about them, right? Which is a really tiny amount, but that 20 gave them a 20x return on the spend that they spent with those people. And then that rolled through. And not only was it 20x like the week of, but it was like a couple 100x that year, because those blog posts stay up forever, And so now not only are those blog posts fueling them, but also they ended up on Good Morning America. And I think Oprah said it was one of her favorite coffees, and just because they understand presence, And so sorry?
What did you say? Oprah liked the coffee.
Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, she said it was one of her favorite coffees. Yeah. That's what presence does, And so I just want to break you out of the mindset of, tiny short-term, ROI. I think if you need capital, go for it. Listen to these other gurus. They'll give you capital. But I sort of, the mindset that I give my students is much more long-term. It's like 2 years from now, you're going to be a millionaire. Not this week, you know, not next month, but like we're going to compound this thing, you know, and we're going to be in a good spot then. And the way that you do that, again, is keyword presence. You know, how do we get presence? The main thing is influencers that are real fucking people, you know, like not these weird niche pages, you know, they're real people, you know, that will appreciate your brand. YouTubers even, you know, movement watches. Have you heard of movement watches?
Of course, of course,
Yeah,
of
of course
course.
you have, right? They're awesome. They were like one of the OG dropshipping stores. That's what they did. They went to real people.
Wait, are they dropshipping?
Yeah, yeah, they went to real
What?
people. So, you know, if you have the ability to order your products off Amazon, why not order a bunch of your products off Amazon and ship them to an influencer? Or order our products off Amazon, get them to your home, package them nice, put your logo on it, send them to them. And then they're like, they can't help but talk about you. You know, that's $50. And you have someone with, you know, 600,000 real people following them who's a real person talking about you. That's $60, you know?
That's crazy, man.
So, you know, just think more long-term, dude. That's essentially what I'm trying to help you out with. I feel like you might be caught in the rat race right now of like immediate return, like $5 here, you make 50, you know, like, no, you have a much better brand than that. You have a much better brand than that.
Well,
So,
like I always have that mentality of like solely on drop shipping. Just I never had that mentality of building a brand with a shipment method of doing drop shipping.
yeah, dude,
You know what I mean?
totally. It's about
Like,
relationships, you know, if you can establish imagine this, let's say for the next 6 months, all you focused on was establishing friendships and relationships with key influencers, pouring money into them, giving them gifts, sending them notes, like handwritten, you know, like being genuine to them. If you do that for 6 months with 50 influencers, can we guarantee that at least 5 of them will be lifelong fans? At least 5. Totally. And those 5 will make the time completely worth it. Completely. You know? So that's
and
where I think you should start.
yeah. And how would you reach out to these influencers? If
I would a lot of them, if you email them, I would just say, hey, you know, I run a men's fashion brand and you look like you have good taste. I'd love to just send you some samples. They're not gonna be afraid to give you their address.
the typical stuff.
Yeah, typical stuff, you know. I think what you don't want to get caught in though is there's a lot of brands will do this and they'll send samples, you know, and they'll say in return for samples we'd like pictures. Like, no, just send fucking samples, dude. Like, just be nice about it, you know, and they will appreciate you way more. So that way the 5 that appreciate you will genuinely actually appreciate you. It won't be like a transaction, you know. And then like you never know, like they'll put a post out like randomly on a Tuesday and you weren't planning for it, and you'll have $3,000 in sales that day just because they happen to post about you, you know. And that's the kind of thing that you can leverage long term, you know, is real relationships with real people.
All right, so I think it's like much cheaper to like just send them like send the products to my home and just ship them, kind of like create a like a really nice label, stuff like that, and just ship the products to the influencer.
Totally.
I think that's a lot cheaper than like what are your rates, like $1,000 for 1 hour or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Totally. It's a lot cheaper. You establish an actual relationship. You have brand presence this way, you know. It's like when the organic marketing, I talked about invitation marketing versus push marketing. You know, you're inviting people to your store, like join the party, as opposed to these are going out of stock soon, you have to come, otherwise you're screwed. You know, like if you're inviting people into a movement, you know. And then that movement, the cool thing about that is that's a social machine that you've engineered to capitalize on, as opposed to, you know, your machine doesn't work unless you pour money into it, which is where you don't want to be. You know, you want to be 2 years from now, you work on this store for 5 months, and 2 years from now, you're still making money on it. You know, even if you stop after these 5 months, because you have a social machine engineered behind it, which is, you know, a genuine brand with real people backing it and people who appreciate your message, subscribing to it and buying from you. And so, you know, the people who would, you know, I think we both have that person in mind. They're sort of like men's fashion, they're sort of gangstery, you know, and they have like a high sort of taste, you know. And so find real people who dress like that, who act like that, who think like that, and send them your crap, you know. I do think that's like 80% of my advice for you right now. And I think, you know, we could talk Facebook ads for hours and get nowhere, you know, but that's most of it that I have for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
So,
besides that, though, I want to ask you some questions. Well, actually, I want you to ask me questions. Is there anything you are struggling with besides that? Is there anything specific that you'd like to hear?
um, so right now, I'm shipping these products to my house. I'm gonna shoot a video,
Mhm.
and after that, what should I do? Should I post on Instagram, on my Facebook? Should I run an ad on the
Like the
video?
organic video?
Um, well, yeah, my brand presence video, if you call it like
Gotcha. Are
that.
you filming? So let me ask, what's the video saying? Is it like an iPhone video like this, or is it like a professional video with a team?
No, I have a Panasonic GH4, so 4K video.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so here's my thought. So your brand page, your Instagram page needs nice content. It needs, your GH4, your Panasonic.
Yeah.
It needs professional looking content so that once people are in, they see what you're made of. But the outside of that needs to just be organic stuff, man, because people don't
Mhm.
want to feel sold to. So if you're running an ad that is 4K and like slow motion and all this stuff, I mean, people might appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Thank you.
Yeah.
People might appreciate it, but they won't appreciate it anywhere near as much as they appreciate a genuine video. So when I put out that organic marketing PDF, did you
Mhm.
see did you see the kind of stuff that I put on there, like the video that I showed to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I laughed my ass completely off where we
yeah.
just like intentionally
I
just
knocked it
filmed
over, dude.
them.
Yeah, yeah, and
And
it's because
at first I was like, why did you do that? And then I read like why you did it, so it like looks more like
mhm,
organic,
mhm,
more
mhm.
like
Looks like some
uh,
kid with his
as
iPhone.
if it, yeah, as if the influencer did it himself.
Totally.
But
And so I think you have
you
sort
know
of
that meme,
outward bound, yeah,
right?
right? Yeah, yeah, right. So you sort of have your outward bound marketing, which is organic, it's natural, nobody feels sold to. Then once people click the link or check out your profile, whatever, once they're at your profile, you look like the most hype brand on the planet, you know? But out
Yeah.
here, you look like it's just funny, silly, it's whatever. But once they're in, they realize how legit you are, you know? So you have to do that. So like your video was going to be this. I mean, I love that you have a 4K camera and I'm jealous of it. I'm a camera guy myself, so use it where you can.
Uh-huh.
But like the video I make is this, and then like the ring falls off and you pick it up and you put it back on, like it's whatever, that's your ad. If
Yeah.
you're going to run an ad, that's it, you know? And I think that will put you ahead of the competition because the rest of the pages that are in your niche right now, they try to make themselves look cool in hopes of attracting people who appreciate the coolness. Well, you can make yourself look real and that'll attract everybody, people would much rather buy from a brand that's real. And so something you can do as well is these influencers that you're going to send your products to, you can say, with not in the first batch of stuff you send them, but once you establish that relationship down the line, ask them, hey, something in return that I really appreciate, just whip out your iPhone, take a video of some of the products. That'd be awesome for our brand. And they'd be happy to. And then just show them some examples, record some yourself and show them sort of what you're looking for. Because some people might go all out, like, making it look crazy or whatever, like hire a video
Yeah.
guy or whatever, but you just want an iPhone thing with the ring or with the necklace or whatever, and that will just kill it. So, I think we live in a world right now where social media is designed to be personal, and a lot of brands try to depersonalize their marketing, and it really hurts them long term. So,
All right. Gotcha. Did you check out my Instagram?
yeah, I checked it out. I like the stuff that's on there. Definitely makes sense for your
But I still like most of the pictures from another site, from
Mm.
other Instagram page that looks like so good. Like,
Yeah,
wait a
that's
sec.
awesome. It's awesome.
No, 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 no. And they're actually a brand, like a jewelry brand.
That's sweet, man.
Um,
That's really sweet. Yeah, what's their name?
Wait a second. Something like, wait a second. Oh yeah, Savage. Like that line, underline, LXRY. Savage luxury.
Gotcha. All right, I'm looking them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this. Yep, they're a good brand.
Yep.
And let's scroll down. I'm scrolling down on their feed real quick. They have 1,300 posts. Okay, so 1,300 posts, and they've been at this for a long time. Okay, so they're going back to. I'm looking at November 2016 right now. So they've been at this for a year and a half right now. Okay, further. I'm going even further. Yeah, they've been at this for a long time. So essentially what they've done is they've built up brand presence using Instagram's algorithm, right? Just like posts consistently over a long period of time. And they probably have a team behind this. So I really want to, help sort of bootstrap this thing for you. The best way to do that is to reverse engineer the social nature of social media. You know what I'm saying? So I like their page, but I don't think you have a year and a half's worth of daily posts in you right now.
Not exactly.
Yeah, totally. So, all right, what else is in your head, man? Because something that I like to do for these coaching calls is if you have like direct questions, I'll answer them. But otherwise, I think I can lead the conversation a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, I don't have like 1,300 posts on me right now. What should I do like in that moment? Just
Right.
shoot a few pictures myself and see if it works out, or what are your opinions on that?
You're talking about just simply filling your Instagram feed?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think, just find pictures of your products, even take from their pages. That's totally fine. I mean, whatever you got to do to fill your Instagram feed. I think people consider an Instagram feed to be the top of their funnel, and it can be, it can help with sales. But the main thing is like a post itself doesn't really generate sales. What an Instagram feed does is it prevents you from looking like crap when people come and visit you. So all you really have to do is set up your Instagram feed so that it doesn't look like you're crap, So buy followers if you have to, put some extra posts out, fill it up, make it look legit so that when people come to you from these influencers who are, by the way, the front of your funnel, then you look legit. That's really all you have to do. I wouldn't consider Instagram to be a place where you generate sales. It's just essentially a place like if it doesn't look good, you lose sales. That's all it is,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay.
Okay.
And do you know follower liker? That's like a program where
Like a program for
you
followers?
yeah, where
Um,
where you just have to add like the Instagram accounts in your niche,
yeah.
and it automatically like
Yeah.
does follow and
There's,
follow and likes people stuff.
okay, so there's a couple routes you can go with that. You can just straight up buy followers off of a couple sites, or you can work with. There's a buddy of mine. If you need me to connect you with him, he runs a pretty decent business where he'll actually essentially hire VAs and have them essentially interact and be a part of your niche, so that you can grow organically over a period of time. And so there's a couple different ways to go about it, but essentially I just want you to know that Instagram is all it is just an authority and brand builder. It's not really a conversion creator unless you're huge like these guys that you just showed me, at the end of the day, like if you have like 3,000 followers and a bunch of posts, that's enough to generate sales because all it is it acts as a bridge from people getting from an influencer to your site. They come from the influencer to your page to your site, and if your page sucks, they're not going to go to the site. And that's all it is. So worrying about growing your Instagram, just grow it to a point where you're not losing sales because of it, and you can track that by seeing, as your Instagram grows, your sales will grow too. So you can literally, I would say, fill your page up, make it look legit, however you want to do that with posts from other people's pages, whatever you got to do. And then buy some followers, or I can send you to my buddy who runs that company, or do whatever you got to do, and just create that basically. Yeah.
What's that guy's Instagram name or I
I
don't know
don't know if you know him. Kendall Shaw.
no.
You don't know him? Okay, here I'm gonna link you to him. He's a good buddy of mine. I don't know. I actually don't know if he's running the company currently. But I do know that he was, and if he isn't now, then I'm sure he has a buddy who's running it for him at this point.
All right.
Sweet. So, yeah. What else, man? What else are you thinking?
Wait a second.
You're fine. If we do this again, by the way, a good way to start. I meant to email you. Just have a list of things that you'd like to hit throughout so that we're not spending too much time thinking about what's next,
Yeah, true.
So if we do this again, which I hope we do, we need to have a list beforehand. And since I know you better now, I'll have a list of my own if we go again, and the next one will be twice as valuable because I know where you're at now.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to say, I saw your video that where you just talk about your own health, where you got to see the chiropractor and stuff like that because you were sitting too much on the chair and stuff like that. And do you go to the gym or are you into sports?
I go to the gym every day. So I've been going to the gym for about probably 9 months now, if not a little bit more.
All right.
And if you're talking health, I mean, I'm not a health coach, but I essentially drink water and go to the gym is kind of like, and it takes you 80% of the way there,
All right. Well, actually, I'm a personal trainer, so
oh yeah,
if you need a guy that can make you like a fitness program, nutrition program, you can just hit me up,
sweet.
and
Yeah,
actually we can just exchange values like that.
Yeah, a little barter deal, bro. I'll help you out with e-commerce. You help me out with getting bulky. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, man.
Sweet, dog. Yeah, hey, I'll let you know if I need that. I've got a couple guys here locally that are asking if they can help me out. But if I need anything from you, I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah.
I've been into fitness since I was like 14 or something like that, and it's been a rough ride for me. Like I started out as a skinny skater. I was skateboarding for like a couple of years, and all these skaters, they're like just skateboarding and eating crap and stuff like that.
Yep.
So after a couple of years, I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Fuck, man, what did I do?" Like, and yeah, my mom's a doctor, so I told her, what should I do? What should I eat? And my mom actually joined the gym already that year. So I was like, can I join your gym? And she was like, yeah, sure. I'm gonna pay for your membership and stuff like that. And I was like, sweet.
I love it.
And since day one, I just fell in love with the process. And
that's crazy, man. Yeah, no, I love it, dude. Here, let me show you. This is a sort of a progress picture for me. And if you're cool talking about this on the call, I'm cool talking about whatever you're ready.
Yeah, sure.
Because we have we got another 5 minutes. But here, let me see if I have. Oh, it's my other phone here. So I don't know if I have the before picture actually. Shoot, it's not anywhere. But essentially, I've been going to the gym for like 9 months, and I've seen progress. But it's primarily just like my level of focus that I'm trying to work on. I don't want to be like caffeine driven. I want to be, just natural hormone driven, and and so I think I've gotten to that point in a major way where I can sort of create my own energy when I need it, which is really nice. But at this point, I weigh like 125, so I'm like a really tiny dude. So I'd like to be able to bulk up at that point. So if there's anything out there for me, I think my metabolism is stupid high. So I can eat anything I want.
I feel you completely, man.
Yeah.
I struggled so much with putting on weight because as a skateboarder, like your metabolism is like super quick. It just runs like super fast. And in the first like 3-4 months of eating like so much, I was like, holy shit, man, that sucks,
Yeah.
And just after like the 5th or 6th months, I realized like strength gains and mass gains and stuff like that because I was on my diet consistently and I was going to the gym consistently and doing it correctly, because in the beginning I was just clueless what I was doing in the gym. Let's do a bit of cardio here. Let's do some bicep curls here, and then I'm done,
Yeah.
Just after I realized that you have to focus on compound movements and doing progressive overload. Do you know what progressive overload is?
Isn't progressive overload like slowly raising your weight?
Yeah, not only the weight, but the total volume. So reps and sets. That's the key factor of getting stronger and bigger.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, man, I appreciate the input. If any of the guys that I have here in my area, fall out from under my feet, I got you as a backup, bro. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and as well, by the way, outside of dropshipping as a whole, and I always offer this to my students, outside of dropshipping and outside of, e-commerce, entrepreneurship as a whole is just something that I've grown up within. I never worked a normal job. I've made six figures online, multiple six figures online at this point as an 18-year-old, right? And so and it's all just building online structures and systems and, following some of the principles that I shared with you today.
That's crazy.
And so,
I'm 18 as well.
Yeah, 18. That's good. It's a good age to be, man, for all this. It puts you ahead of the game, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because like you're not worrying too much about bills or like a family yet or anything, and it's a great time to build, And so with that being said, if you want we can, for the same price, hop on and have a much larger talk, bigger picture session, because I feel like it's important to know the dropshipping in and outs. But I know that at the end of the day, you're trying to create something profitable that you can be free with, right? You're not here to learn about dropshipping. You're here to help with freedom, And so I always, at the end of my calls, say, I like to call them freedom sessions, where we're really thinking about this thing long term, because I think dropshipping can provide that freedom. But I feel like everybody has something much bigger within them that I want to help them bring out and put into the world of business. And so when that happens, I've helped tons of people quit their jobs and, start their own business, and even some six-figure earners. And I'm creating what I hope to create is sort of a paid inner circle mastermind thing. That's a future thing though, for just as a whole, like the proper mindset of an internet entrepreneur, And so if you'd like to have a session like that, let me know, and we can do that anytime you want, as long as it's free on my schedule. And it's the same price as a normal dropshipping session, but honestly, from my perspective, it's 10 times the value, because a dropshipping session is like very specific, like little things here and there. And it's almost like, off of the tree of entrepreneurship, it's like one little branch and one little leaf off of that. And that's dropshipping, So I kind of want to take it back and work on the trunk a little bit, and like really make sure that we have a good foundation for that tree to bloom and to bear fruit. And so people will hop on these calls with me, and they'll see little pushes and tinges and tangents of mine that are like, okay, pull back from that little branch here. Let's talk about the trunk again. Why are you trying to build this brand? And what's the goal here? And as we establish that, all these other pieces fall into place. As we wrap up our call and as we both move on, I just want to pitch that to you and let you know that that's an option whenever you want to do that. And as we have more and more calls, the price goes down, obviously. I know a lot of people, they'll book me for like a full month or 2 months out, and just buy in bulk. So that's an option as well. I want to make sure that that's something that you know about. But let's see. So to sum up everything that we talked about on this call, number one, presence is your focus in your dropshipping store, right? Genuine presence, and a great way to go about that is influencers that are real people, sending them your products and creating established relationships with these people, saying, hello, my name is Sebastien. I'm an 18-year-old entrepreneur. Tell your story, like why you're trying to do it,
They'll do that.
Yeah, totally. And they'll respect
instead of like telling them we are this and that brand and
that's such bullshit, man. Just like it really is, because the people that you want to partner with are people that respect you, and then the relationship is so much more genuine, and you can work together more that way,
All right.
Be honest, like, I'm a kid, and I've made a little money here and there, and this is my thing, and I've worked hard on this, and I saw, and the thing is, they'll respect that more, because I guarantee you, they get so many messages right now from quote big brands. What they don't get is a kid trying to hustle his way to the top and be like the person that he's reaching out to, And so if you email them like out of respect and showing genuine, honest care for them, that's so much better.
Isn't that like, I don't know, like a bit unprofessional?
No.
I don't know.
It's not. Dude, what's unprofessional is lying and saying that you are what you're not. That's what's unprofessional. Professionalism isn't making yourself look legit. Professionalism is understanding where you're both at and meeting in the middle because of it. That's professionalism. And so if you want to be professional, be honest, unprofessionalism. And so you can still be honest without being, horrible. So like, if you're going to be honest, format your emails properly and send them genuine gifts, still be good, but be honest too, because then you're establishing a real relationship with these people. Like, what would you rather have? 5 influencers that think you're a multi-million-dollar brand, or 5 influencers that are like, heck yes, I want to make this kid rich by helping him out. Which would you rather have? I'd rather have the 5 that know my story and are supporting me bottom up, So keep that in mind. So, besides that, presence and that, I think, are the two key things that you need to focus on. And if you
Presence and
want to
what?
talk specifics like
Sorry.
Instagram influencers and Facebook ads and stuff like that in another call, we can, but it's all going to be under that umbrella for me. So,
All right.
cool, dog.
If I write an email and what should I ask in return for that sample? Nothing. Just here's a free sample of.
Totally. Nothing.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
you
nothing.
just create a relationship because you're not looking for the money now. You're looking, because if you ask for the money now, it's going to be a quarter of what it could be 5 months from now. You know what I'm saying? Because what you want is a relationship. You don't want short term. You know, you're killing yourself with short term, you know, completely killing yourself. So it's not short term, you know, the reason I'm actually starting to move away a bit from drop shipping education on YouTube and Instagram and such, because it attracts short term people. And I don't want to work with short term people. I want to work with long term people, you know?
True.
And so I really want you to stop looking at drop shipping like it's drop shipping. Stop with the drop shipping mindset. You know, it's not drop shipping. We're running a brand, you know? We are running a brand. And so the more you look at it like drop shipping, the more tantalizing these aspects of like $5 into Facebook ads turned into 60 and all this crap, you know, and it's like, you shouldn't have to put money like that into Facebook ads in order to make sales. You should just have a presence as a brand. Like, I didn't spend any money to get you on this call. You know, I never even emailed you about it. You just appreciated my brand and now we're here, you know? So use that same aspect for your brand.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, and it's 4:45. It's actually 4:50 here. We're a couple minutes over. So I'm going to end things here. And if you want to have another call, you have my Facebook, you have my email, shoot me a message and we can set it up on whatever topic you want to talk about. Again, we have the freedom sessions and then we have the dropshipping sessions. And I don't like to mix both, but sometimes they merge, you know, as they did in this call. So, all right. So,
thanks so much, man. These were like super valuable tips you gave me, and I really appreciate that.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Like, I'm gonna hit you up, like for sure. Like next week would probably work for me.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Should I just text you on Facebook or should
Facebook
I go on
would work fine. Would work actually the best for me. Actually, you know what? No, here, I'm going to give you my Google Voice phone number so that you can shoot me a text whenever you want.
Voice?
Yeah, Google Voice. It essentially sets up a fake phone number for you. So it's not my real phone number. It's what I use for my students primarily. So here, I'm going to type this into the chat, and you can send me a text after we're done here. But I do got to get going. I'm way over on my next student here right now, but all right, there you go. So shoot that a text, and that should come through just fine for me. But all right, Sebastian, hey, this has been incredibly valuable for me. I'm excited for our next call. As well, if you do want to buy bulk, you know, we can create a deal like you would if with an influencer, right? If you buy bulk, you pay less. Yeah. Same thing. If you want to buy bulk, you pay way, way less. But
yeah.
All right, cool, dude. Hey, I'll talk to you next time, okay?
Thanks so much.
So I hope you enjoyed that call with Sebastian. Really, really valuable stuff. I hope you enjoyed the concept of, you know, partnering with real people as opposed to just running, you know, low-end face or Instagram influencer ads or Twitter influencer, whatever influencer ads. You know, helping you guys sort of shift your mindset to a bit more long-term, because I've worked with brands that are much larger than what a lot of my students will see. And so I want to sort of funnel that knowledge into people's heads and help them understand really like where the money's at in e-commerce. And it's on such a grander level than just these small shout-outs and just these small ads. So, there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe. More like it coming soon. Leave a like down below if I brought you any piece of value in this video today, and comment if you have any video ideas for the future. I'll see you in the next one.